The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They go play action now. Haskins, nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. The sack there by Brandon Graham, coming in and bringing him down to the ground. 4th down. Haskins not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for this. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
Is a turnover on downs.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? From the gun, it's Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
First down, Philadelphia.
Wentz's throw taken in by Sanders. 3 yards the gain there, second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Eagles first down.
On first down, Wentz. Flushed out right. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Washington looking for another timeout, and they get it. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Working from the gun, Wentz. Buying time to his left. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, 92 yards. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, you usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Miles Sanders, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 9 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and a yard. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 36.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Clement. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
On the play. It's now 4th down.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. That's to his running back, complete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
The turnover on downs.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Play action. Haskins. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Davion Taylor brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack.
47 is the mic. 47. Hey. Check.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And he finds his rookie target from Memphis, Antonio Gibson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Yard line.
Check. 47 mic. Go. Mike 47. I got one. 47 is the mic. 47. Let's go. Here we go. Go. Shoot. Tight dog. Check 43.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Gibson. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They're going on 4th down. Haskins. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 12 on 4th and 10, just enough for the conversion. And defensively, an opportunity slips away.
35-yard line.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
After another really nice run, this is where a defense coordinator earns his money. Those guys have been on the field a long time, so he's got to decide what he wants to do to try and slow them down. Is he going to substitute some players in, get some fresh guys, or is he just going to try to attack and try and find a way to take the ball away from them?
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Corner. Check. Zip it. Wheel. Don't say switch gears. 49. Check 49.
Again, it's Haskins. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2nd and 20. Throwing now is Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. A final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked up by Troy Apke. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. And we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And the 3rd quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Haskins on first down. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Haskins, a quick throw out wide. The 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 33 yards that time. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 2nd and 7, Haskins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. 3rd down. Here's Haskins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Strip that ball. Both sevens and Mike. Both sevens and Mike.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
A loss of 2.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
47 is the mic.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4
Shotgun now for Wentz. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
20. Go. Waiting. Come on now. Let's go. 26 mark. 26 mark. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. This ball complete to Rager. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
A gain of 4.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down.
For Deshaun Jackson. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now at FedEx Field. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
He was brought down by 8.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
He's coming. He's coming. Double up. Off. 47.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. First catch for the Washington leader in receiving yards a year ago. Good for a 1st down.
45-yard line.
On 1st down, Gibson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 13 yards there and a Washington 1st. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield.
I'm going to show you, man.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson now with his 3rd touchdown in his 1st ever NFL game. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Wentz now on first down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes.
Complete.
That's good for 28 yards.
A 28-yard gain. And
Wentz on the draw leaves it for Sanders. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He would credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard.
Deron Payne's one of a good number of young defensive tackles in the game. Made a nice stop there, now in his 3rd year out of Alabama.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. He'll fire it deep for... And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
They find some open field here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 75 yards. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Washington 28, Eagles 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up second and 10.
Check three. Alert three. Shit. Check it back.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last two plays, both losses. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
Here we go. Hey, watch 54. Down to lose one. Jam. Check four.
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this will be recovered by Washington, and that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And some room to roam now. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, 42 yards. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And an Eagle first down.
They fake the give. Now Wentz going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He was hoping to get that to John Hightower. And that'll bring up second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Second and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Wentz's pass intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. He's going to have the first down past the 20, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Good for a Washington. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21, check my screen.
They go play action now. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very